Breaking news, according to Katie Wu of The Athletic, the Arizona Diamondbacks are in serious discussions to acquire third baseman Nolan Arenado from the St. Louis Cardinals. Jeff Passan of ESPN reports that the deal is done and that Arenado has agreed to waive his no-trade clause. Nick Picoro of the Arizona Republic reports that the Diamondbacks are paying $5 million this year and $6 million next year of the $42 million left on Arenado's deal. The St. Louis Cardinals on X confirmed that they have traded Arenado and also report that they are acquiring Jack Martinez in return. Essentially, the Cardinals saved $11 million as they took on $31 million of the remaining $42 on his contract. Now let me read you some 2025 stats on the pitcher the Cardinals acquired, Jack Martinez. So Jack is a right-handed pitcher, and in 2025 he was drafted in the 8th round. In 2025, he had a 6-4 record. His ERA was 5.47. He started 15 games. He pitched 77.1 innings. He allowed 66 hits, 47 earned runs, and struck out 110 batters. His WHIP was 1.280. Now let me read you some 2025 stats on the third baseman the Diamondbacks acquired, Nolan Arenado. So Nolan Arenado, he bats right and he throws right, and in 2025 he had a 1.3 WAR, 401 at-bats, 95 hits, 12 home runs, 237 batting average, 48 runs, 52 RBIs, and 3 stolen bases. Now for my thoughts on the deal. I don't really know what the Cardinals were thinking when they traded him for this little of return. I mean, they got Jack Martinez, but he was drafted in the 8th round, and he hasn't even pitched in the minors yet. Now, I agree that they saved money. Obviously, they saved $11 million. But is that the only reason you're trading Arenado away? It shouldn't be. And he's not blocking any prospect or rookie. The only one he's possibly blocking is Gorman, and I don't even think that's happening. And it just seems like the Cardinals front office just wanted to move past the Arenado trade, so they took something below or for less than what they could have gotten. And I think a lot of Cardinals fans deserve to be upset about this deal. I think you can tell that I do not like this deal from the Cardinals' perspective, but let's look on the bright side. The bright side is that the Cardinals saved $11 million in this deal and acquired a young prospect in Jack Martinez. They also traded away an aging third baseman in Nolan Arenado. This is what Chaim Bloom, the Cardinals' new president of baseball operations, said he would do. He said that he would trade away the Cardinals' aging players and acquire young talent to rebuild and win in a few years from now. And so far, if that is Chaim Bloom's goal, he has done an excellent job of delivering on that promise. I already went over how this trade looks for the Cardinals, so now we want to look at it from the Diamondbacks' perspective. And I think that Arizona got a solid deal here. Nolan Arenado might be getting older and his contract is pretty huge, but it seems folks are jumping to conclusions too fast about him being washed up. On defense, he's been one of the top third basemen around for years. Even if he's not his absolute best anymore, he's a big step up for Arizona's infield, which has not been great lately. And the Cardinals did not get much back, honestly. For someone of Arenado's level, especially if cash is being exchanged too, the package feels a little light. The Diamondbacks kept their top prospects safe and did not have to empty the farm system or anything like that. They just grabbed a proven veteran off the trade block to solidify their infield. Sure, there are risks with his age and all that, but this feels like buying low on a player who could make the Hall of Fame down the line. From Arizona's side, the potential is there for sure. One more note that I want to mention is about the stadium dimensions of Busch, where the Cardinals play, versus Chase Field, where the Diamondbacks play. Now, Arenado is mainly a pull hitter. The majority of his hits and home runs go to the pull side, so we can look at left field and left center. For Busch Stadium, left field is 336 feet, and left center is 375 feet. For Chase Field, left field is 330 feet, and left center is 374 feet. So playing for the Diamondbacks also means the fence is a couple feet further in on Arenado's pull side versus playing in Busch. In summary, the Diamondbacks Stadium should help Arenado. Now for my trade grades. Let me start with the Cardinals. For the Cardinals, like I said before, I think they could have gotten more for Arenado, but I know that they're trying to cut down on salary, and this did help them do that. And also, as a throw-in, they got an 8th round draft pick, who I actually think has some potential. I'll give the Cardinals a C for this trade. Now on to the Diamondbacks. I like that the Diamondbacks are adding a Gold Glover to their not-so-great infield, since it will really be an upgrade. They also did not have to trade much to acquire Arenado. In my opinion, they sent a little too much cash to the Cardinals, and of course, all prospects can turn out to be stars, but I like that they are taking a moderate risk in trading for Arenado. I'll give the Diamondbacks a B for this trade. I'm going to finish up with some quick thoughts on the trade. From the Cardinals side, it is an obvious rebuilding move. They're not trying to compete in 2026. Rather, they are building a killer farm system that might pan out extremely well for them in a few years. I get that Cardinals fans don't like the trade, and frankly, I don't like it much for them either, but the Cardinals are doing what needs to be done. For the Diamondbacks, no, they didn't trade for prime Nolan Arenado, but they also did not trade for some washed-up corner infielder either. You're getting elite defense at third, a very hard at bat, and a great clubhouse leader. Arizona just upgraded, and the NL West just got a lot more interesting. I'm Joshua Crum of YoungInsider.com. That's your breakdown, and thanks for watching.